Good morning all. This is your next lecture for the CNS. In today's lecture, we will going to study the OFB mode. Okay. In OFB is also a stream mode, but intended for use where the error feedback is a problem or where the encryptions want to be done before the message is available. Okay, is superficially similar to CFB, but the feedback is from the output of the block cipher and is independent of the message. A variation of a Varnum cipher is there. Wait a minute. It is superficially similar to the CFB, but the feedback is from the output of the block cipher and is independent of the message. A variation of a Varman cipher. Okay, again an IV initial value is needed. IV means initial value. Sender and receiver must remain in sync and some recovery method is needed to ensure this occurs. Okay, although originally specified with varying m-bit feedback is the standards. Okay, subsequent research has shown that only 16-bit OFB should ever be used. Okay, and this is the most efficient use anywhere. See D. Davis, G. Parkin, the average cycle size of the key stream in output feedback encipherment is advanced in cryptology. Crypto 82, Pentium Press 1982 is there. This is the diagram for the m-bit output feedback. DES weak keys with many blocks. Ciphers, there are some keys that should be avoided because of reduced cipher complexity. These keys are such that the same subkey is generated in more than one round, and they include weak keys. Same subkey is generated for every round. DES has 4 weak keys. Semi-weak keys, only 2 subkeys are generated on alternate rounds. Okay, DES has 12 of these in 6 pairs. Semi-weak keys have 4 subkeys generated. None of these cause a problem since they are a tiny fraction of all available keys. However, they must be avoided by any key generation program. Here DES decision principle is there. Although the standard for DES is public, the design criteria used are classified and have yet to be released. Okay, some information is known and more has been deduced. Okay, LP Brown, a proposed design for an extended DES in computer security in the age of information. WJ Seeley, North and West. LP Brown is there. J.R. Sabri on the design of permutation boxes in DES type crypto system in advanced in cryptology. Eurocrypt is there. Lecture notes of computer science. Volume is 434 is there. Okay. DES SBOX design criteria. Each SBOX may be considered as 4 substitution functions. These 1 functions map inputs 2, 3, 4, 5 onto output bits. A particular function is selected by bits 1 and 6. This provides a auto lay feature. DES design criteria. There were 12 creations used, resulting in about 1000 possible SBOXes, of which the implementers choose 8. These criteria are classified as secret. However, some of them have become known. The following are the design criteria. R1 is the each row of S and S box is a permutation of 0 to 15. R2 is no S box is a linear of offline function of the input. R3 is changing output one input bit to an S box results in changing at least two output bits. Okay, like that up to the R7. In R4 S of X and S of X plus 001100 must be differ in at least 2 bits. The following are said to be caused by design criteria. R5 is S of X, Pi S X plus 1 of 1 lift 00 for a choice of E and F. RF, RC is the S box were chosen to minimize the difference between the number of ones and zeros in any S box output when a single input is held constant. R7, the S boxes chosen required significantly more momentum than a random choice would require. Meyer table 317 318. DS permutation table is there. There are 5 permutations used in DES, IP and IP raised to minus 1, right? The design criteria are classified as secret. It has been noted that IP and IP raised to minus 1 and PCI serves no cryptological function when DES is used in ECB or CBS modes. Okay, since searches may be done in a space generated after they have been applied. EP and PC2 combined with S boxes must supply the required dependence of the output bit on the input bit and key bits avalanche and completeness effects. Okay, ciphertext dependence on input and key. The role of PE and PC2 is distributed the output of the S boxes so that each output will become a function of all the input bits in the few rounds as possible. Okay, Carl Meyer performed these analysis on the current DES design. Ciphertext dependence on the plain text. Define G of I a 64 into 64 array which shows the dependence of output bit xj on input bit xi. Okay, examine G of 0j to determine how fast complete dependency is achieved. To build G01 use the following. Li is equals to R of I minus 1, Ri L of I minus 1 plus F of K of I plus R of I minus 1. DS reaches the complete dependence after 5 rounds. Okay, here is the ciphertext dependence on key. Carl Meyer also performed this analysis. Define F of ij of 64 into 56 array which shows the dependence of output bits xj or key bits u of I after PC1 is used. Examine F of oj to determine how fast complete dependence is achieved. Here DES PC2 reaches the complete dependence after 5 rounds. Key scheduling and PC2. Key schedule is there is a critical component in the design. Must provide different keys for each round, otherwise the security may be compromised. Okay, your current scheme can result in weak keys which gives the same 2 or 4 keys over the 16 rounds. Key schedule and PC2 design is performed in two 28-bit independent halves. C side provides the keys to S boxes 1 to 4. D side provides the keys to S boxes 5 to 8. The rotation are used to present different bits on the key for selection of successive rounds. Okay, the PC2 selects the key bits and distributes them over the S box input. Here is the possible techniques for improving the DES: multiple enciphering with DES, extending DES to 128-bit data paths and 111-bit keys, extending the key expansion calculations is there. Here is a triple DES variant is there. Standardize the in ANSI X9.17 and ISO 8732 and in PEM for key management, proposed for general EFT standard by ANSI X9, backwards compatible with many DES schemes, uses 2 or 3 keys. These are the keys. No known practical attack is there. Brute force search impossible. Meet in the middle attack, need 2 raised to 56 PC pair per key. Popular current alternative is there. IDEA IPES developed by the James Massey, name changed to IDEA in 1992, based on the mixing operations from different algebraic groups. XOR addition is there, mod 2 raised to 16, multiplication mod raised to 26 plus 1. All operations are on the 16-bit subblocks with no permutations used. Hence, it's very efficient in S by W. IDEA is patented in Europe and US. However, non-commercial use is freely permitted. Use in the public domain PGP secure email system with agreement from the patent holders. Okay, currently no attack against the IDEA is known. It appears secure against the differential cryptanalysis and its key is too long for executive search. Overview of IDEA. IDEA encryption work as follows. The 64-bit data block is divided by 4 into this one. In each of it, the sub-blocks are XOR D added, multiplied with one another, and with 16-bit sub-blocks of key material, and the second and third sub-blocks are swapped. Finally, some more key material is combined with the sub-blocks. This is a diagram, observe it carefully. IDEA sub-keys are there. The encryption keying material is obtained by splitting the 128 bits of key into the 8 16-bit sub-keys. Once these are used, the key is rotated by 25 bits and broken up again, etc. The decryption keying material is a little more complex, since inverses of a sub-blocks need to be calculated. The key used may be summarized as follows. These are the keys, encryption keys and their description. Next point is differential cryptanalysis of block ciphers. Differential cryptanalysis is a recently in a public research community developed method which provides a powerful means of analyzing block ciphers. It has been used to analyze most of the currently proposed block ciphers with varying degree of success. Usually have a break-even point in number of rounds of C4 used for which differential cryptanalysis is faster than exhaustive scenes. Okay. Usually have a break-even point in number of rounds of the C4 used for which differential cryptanalysis is faster than the executive key space search. Okay, if this number is greater than that specified for the C4, then it is regarded as broken. Overview of the differential cryptanalysis is a is a statistical attack against the Feistel ciphers. Uses the structures in cipher not previously used. Design of SP networks in such that the output from function f is influenced by both input and key. R of I is equals to L of I minus 1 plus f of k of I plus R of I minus 1 is there. Okay, hence cannot trace the value back through the cipher without knowing the value of the key. Here is the Beham and Sami's key idea is to compare two separate encryptions using the same key and look at the XOR of the S box input and output, and this is independent of the key being used. This is the example. Further, various input XORs, output XOR pairs occurs with the different probabilities. Hence, knowing information of these pairs gives us additional information on the cipher. XOR profiles and characteristics. Start by compiling a table of input versus output XOR values on an XOR profile for each S box. A particular input XOR value and output XOR value pair will occur with some probability. Call such a specified pair a characteristics. Can infer information about key value in one round. If find a pair of encryption matching a characteristics and hence knowing input and output XOR value. Have several variant form of differential cryptanalysis. Will discuss just the general form used for attacking many rounds greater than 8 of a cipher. Can describe one round characteristics by the f of x is greater than y of PRP. Attack multiple rounds using the n round characteristics and n round characteristics combine the one round characteristics whose output and input match. Probability of n round characteristics is product of the I round characteristics probabilities. Second is round interactive characteristics. Some common characteristics are there where the structures are like these. Perform attack by repeatedly encrypting plaintext pairs with known input XOR until obtain expected output XOR matching. N round characteristics being used if all the intermediate rounds also match required XOR, which is unknown, then have the right pair, if not then have a wrong pair. Relative ratio in S by N for attack. Assume no XOR and intermediate rounds if right pair. Then deduce the key value for the rounds. Right pair suggests the same key bits. Wrong pair give the random values. For large numbers of rounds, probability is so low that more pairs are required than exist with the 64-bit input. Optimization of these attacks can be made trending memory for search time and number of rounds used. In their latest paper, Beham and Shami show how a 13 rounds iterated characteristics can be used to break the full 16 round DES. Linear cryptanalysis of block cipher is there. Next point is this. Linear cryptanalysis is another recently developed method for analyzing block ciphers like differential cryptanalysis. It is a statistical method. Okay, again have a break-even point in number of rounds of the cipher used, for which linear cryptanalysis is faster than exhaustive key space search. If this number is greater than that specified for the cipher, then it is regulated as broken. In linear cryptanalysis, want to find a linear approximation which hold with prop p is equals to 1, okay, can determine one bit of key using the maximum likelihood algorithm. Using a large number of trial encryptions, effectiveness of linear cryptanalysis is given by the p minus 1 by 2. DES can be broken by encrypting 2 raised to 47 known plaintext is there. This will recover some of the key bits. The rest must be searched for executive. Stream ciphers and the Vernam ciphers process the message bit by bit as a stream. The most famous of these is the Vernam cipher, invented by Vernam working for AT&T in 1970. Simply add bits for message to random bit key bits. Need as many key bits as message. Difficult in practice. Okay, is unconditional secure provided key is truly random. Suggest generating key stream for the smaller base keys. Next is modern private key cipher. There is two parts. Here we will discuss the part number 1. Okay. Then now want to concentrate on modern encryption system. This usually consider the message as a sequence of bits. Example, as a series of ASCII characters containing have two broad families of methods: stream ciphers and block ciphers. Block ciphers. In a block ciphers, the message is broken into blocks, each of which is then encrypted. Like a substitution of very big character 64 bits or more. Most modern ciphers we will study are of this form. Okay, Shannon theory of secret system. Claude Shannon wrote some of the pivotal papers on modern cryptology theory in 1949. C.E. Shannon Communication Theory of Secret System, Bell System Technical Journal, Volume 20. It is there. C.E. Shannon Prediction and Encryption of the Printed English Bell System Technical Journal is there. This is developed the concept of the entropy of a message, redundancy in a language, theories about how much information is needed to break a cipher, define the concept of computationally secure versus unconditionally secure ciphers. He shows that the Vernam ciphers in the only currently known unconditionally secure ciphers provides the key in truly random. Also shows that if try to encrypt English text by adding to the other English text, that is a book cipher, this is not secure since English is 80% redundant, giving cipher text with 60% redundancy though to break. Okay, a similar technique can be used if the same random key stream is used twice on different messages. The redundancy in the message is sufficient to break this. Okay, as discussed earlier, exhaustive key search is the most fundamental attack and is directly proportional to the size of the key. The tabulated these for the reasonable assumptions about the number of operations possible and parallel test is there. As the ultimate limit, it can be shown from the every consumption, okay, considerations that the maximum number of possible elementary options in 100 years, 1000 years is about. Okay, similarly, it can show that if you need say 10 atoms to store in a bit of information, then a greatest possible number of the bits storable is in a volume. To say the moon is 10 raised to 45. If the cipher requires more operations or needed more storage than this, it is pretty reasonable to say it is computationally secure. Example, to test all possible 128-bit keys in Lucifer takes about 3 into 10 raised to 48 encryptions, needing 10 raised to 19 years. Substitution permutation ciphers is there in his 1948 substitution operation. A binary word is replaced by the some other binary word. The whole substitution functions form the key. If you use n-bit word, the key is 2 raised to n bit, grows rapidly. Can also think of this as a large lookup table with address lines, hence 2 raised to n addresses, each n bit wide being the output value. We'll call them as boxes. Permutation operation is there. A binary word has its recorded. Okay, the reordering from the key. Clear? If use n-bit word, the key is n-bit, which grow more slowly and hence is less secure than the substitution. This is equivalent to a wire crossing in practice, through in which harder to be in software. We'll call these key boxes. Substitution permutation network is there. Shannon combined these two primitives. Look at this. He calls this mixing transportation is there. Shannon mixing the transformations are a special form of product ciphers where S box provides confusion of input bit. P box provides the diffusion across the S box input. In general, this provides the following result as described in this. What is the avalanche effect? Where changing one input bit result in change of approximately half the output bit. More formally, a function f has a good avalanche effect if for each bit I 0 is less than or equal to I is less than m, if the m raised to m plain text vectors are divided into 2 raised to m minus 1 pairs, x and x of I with each pair differing only in bit y, and if the 2 raised to m minus 1 exclusive or sum term avalanche vectors, right, as compared, then both half of the sum should be found to be 1. Completeness effect, where each output bit is a complex function of all the input bits. More formally, a function f has a good completeness effect if for each bit j, 0 is less than or equal to j is less than m in the ciphertext output vector, there is a least it is at least one pair of plaintext vectors x and x of I which differ only in one bit I, and for which x of f of x and f of x of I differs in bit j. Practical substitution permutation network is there. In practice, we need to be able to decrypt message as well as to encrypt them, hence either how to define inverse for each of our S and E boxes, but this double the code hardware needed or define a structure that is easy to reverse, so can use basically the same code or hardware for both encryption and decryption. Host Festive working at the IBM Thomas J. Watson Research Lab devised just such a structure in early 70s, which we now call a Festive ciphers. The idea is to partition the input block into two halves. Third model is for the module arithmetic. Modular arithmetic is a clock arithmetic. A congruous A is equals to B is there. C clock arithmetic, a configurance A is equals to B mod n is when divided by n that A and B have the same remainder. J 100 is equals to 34 mod 11 usually have 0 is less than equal to B is less than equal to n minus 1. Here B is called the residue or the mod n can do arithmetic with integers module n with and all results between 0 and 1. Addition is a plus b mod n. Subtraction a minus b mod n is equals to a plus minus b mod n. Multiplication for a, b and mod n. Divided from the repeated addition can get a b is equals to 0 where either a, b is equals to 0. Example is 2.5 mod 10. Okay. Division is there a oblique b mod n. The in multiplication by inverse of the b, a slash b is equals to a into b raised to minus 1 mod n. If n is prime b raised to minus 1 mod n exists as stb raised to minus 1 and mod n. Inverse integer modulo n with addition and multiplication form commutative ring with the laws of associativity. Associativity says that a plus b in bracket c is equals to a plus b plus c mod n. Commutativity a plus b is equals to b plus a mod n. Distributivity a plus b of c is equals to a into c plus b into c mod n is there. Also can choose whenever to do an operation and then reduce modulo n or reduce then to the operation, since reduction is a homomorphism for from the ring of integers to the ring of integers model n. A plus oblique minus b mod n. If n is constrained to be a prime number p, then this form of Galois field modulo p denoted GFP, and all the normal laws associated with the integer arithmetic were exponentations in GFP. Many encryptions algorithms use exponentials rising a number a base of some power b mod p. P is equals to a raised to m mod p. Exponential is basically repeated multiplication which takes as a o raised to n multiples for the number n. Discrete logarithm in GFP. The inverse problem to exponential is that of finding the discrete logarithm of a number model p. Find x where a raised to x is equals to b mod p. Sabri example p10. Which exponential is relatively easy. Exponent is relatively easy. Finding discrete logarithms is generally a hard problem with no easy way. In this problem, we can show that if p is prime, then there always exists an such that there is always a discrete logarithm for any successive power of generate the group mod p. Such an is called a primitive root, and these are also relatively hard to find. Greatest common divisor is there. GCD, the greatest divisor, common divisor a and b of a and b is the largest number that divides evenly into both a and b. Euclid's algorithm is used to find the greatest common divisor. GCD of the two numbers and NA is less than N. Use fact F. If A and B have a divisor, this so does inverse and Euclid's extended GTD. Unlike normal integer arithmetic, sometimes a number in modular arithmetic has a unique inverse. A raised to minus 1 is inverse of the mod of n. If a into m raised to minus 1 is equals to 1 mod n, where a is in 0 n minus 1. If a n comma n is equal to 1, then the inverse always exists. Can be extended Euclid's algorithm to find the inverse by keeping track of GI. Extended Euclid's of binary GCD algorithm to find the inverse of the number of a number a n. Here is Euler-Total functions is there. If consider arithmetic model n, then a reduced set of residue is a subset of a complete set of residue model n which are relatively prime to n. Example for n is equals to 10. The complete set of residue is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The reduced set of residue is 1, 3, 7, 9. The number of elements in the reduced set of residue is called the Euler-Total function. Okay, there is no single formula for the phi into n, but the various cases count how many elements is extended. Now we are going to see the public key ciphers. Traditional secret key cryptography uses a single key shared by both sender and receiver. If this key is disclosed, communication are compressed. Also does not protect sender from the receiver for in a message. Okay, and claiming is sent by the sender parties are equal. Public key or two key cryptography involves the use of the two keys. A public key which may be known by anybody and can be used to encrypt the message and verify signatures. Okay, a private key known only to the recipient used to decrypt the message and sign signature. This is the asymmetric public key encryption system. Observe carefully. Public is easily computed from the private key and other information about the cipher a polynomial time p time problem. However, knowing the public key and public description of the cipher, it is still computationally infeasible to compute the private key. Okay, thus the public key may be distributed to anyone wishing to communicate secretly with its owner. Okay, have three important classes of public key algorithm: public key distribution scheme, signature scheme, and public key scheme. Then public key distribution scheme, where the scheme is used to secretly exchange the single piece of information. Okay, these values normally used as a session for a key private key scheme. Signature scheme is there. Signatures can be used to create a digital signature only where the private key signs create signatures and public key where it ratifies the signature. Okay. Public key scheme used for the encryption where the public key encrypt the message and private key decrypt the message. Any public key schemes can be used as a PKDS just by selecting a message which is the required session key. Many public key schemes are also signature schemes provided encryption and decryption can be done in either order. Clear? This is all about today's lecture. We will stop here. Okay. In this topic we will stop. In next lecture we will start with the RSA public key crypto system. Okay. Remember and recall which are the concepts covered by me in today's lecture. Then you will get the idea of what exactly you have to do. Observe the diagram, how the transformation is mixing transformation is done.